Hi everybody, so we're just talking about the clutch, brake and gas pedals that you can see there from the right to the left. So from the right, the gas or the accelerator pedal, the one in the middle is the brake, the one on the left is the clutch. So them three pedals, obviously when you learn to drive in a manual car, you're going to come across them straight away, and most people struggle controlling them at certain points. So when you first start out, you'll be slamming the brake on, causing the car to stop abruptly, or you're not going to put enough power on, you're a bit too soft, or you're a bit too hard on the gas and it revs like anything. So it's just getting used to them pedals. And then you've got that pedal on the left, the clutch pedal, which is the thorn in lots of people's sides when they first start learning to drive, how to control it. So quick reminder then, if you want to pull off gently, it just needs enough power. So on that gas pedal, if you're looking at your rev counter, you want to be doing about 1,500 revs on it. If you're pressing that and it's getting to 3,000 to 4,000, it's way too much. It's going to scream at you. You'll hear the car revving like anything. And if you want to start slowing yourself down gently, then you've got to anticipate the fact that you're going to slow down. So you can start coming off that gas and just rest that foot on the brake gently, like a feather, and then gradually increase it. If you rush and press, all you're going to do is stamp the brake, and the car is going to do like an emergency stop, and you're going to head the steering wheel nearly, and your instructor or your family member is going to be a bit annoyed at you and say, "Stop braking hard, gently on it." So the trick is to brake gently, is to anticipate the fact that you're going to start braking and just come off the gas, the car will start slowing down, and just gently touch the brake and then gently start to increase the pressure. And if it's slowing down too much, just gently lift the pressure off. Okay, now the clutch pedal, the one on the left, I mentioned it's a thorn in lots of people's sides, and it is, because what you see is what you understand as one thing is completely different. So let me just go through it here. When people are changing gears and they're lifting the foot up to find the biting point, it's a struggle for them. So to kind of run you through what you want to try and do is you go clutch down, engage first gear, set your gas, and then lift towards the biting point. And if you're not good at finding your biting point, you'll either release the handbrake and it's going to sit there doing nothing because you're too low, you need to be higher with the biting point, or as you're trying to find your biting point, you've set your gas and you're lifting the clutch and you go straight past it and it just judders and stalls and kangaroos on you, and it's a struggle at a point. So you need to understand what's causing it, and it's just repetition, practice, and going slowly will solve the problem. So remember, clutch down, first gear, gas, and then just lift the clutch a little bit at a time. If you've got decent sized feet, you can keep your heel on the ground and that'll steady the leg. But if you've only got small petite feet, you're going to have to lift your leg up a little bit and you'll struggle a little bit more, but you'll get there eventually. So if we just assume that you've got standard sized feet, you would set your gas, lift the clutch a little bit, and try and do it in 3 movements from the ground. So to the point where you want to finish, which is up to the biting point, to the point where you start, you do it in 3. So 1, 2, and 3, and that's what you want to think it like 3. Or if it's quite high up, maybe do it towards 4. So the first 2 can go 1, 2, and then I'm going to slow down for the last little bit, and I'm going to feel the car. The vibrations of the car are going to change, so you'll know. And this is the thing, when you're with your instructor or your family member, this is what's going to happen. They'll be saying to you, "Can you feel that?" And you're going, "Yeah." Have a look at your rev counter. Your rev counter drops a little bit because you're getting closer to the biting point. And just going to the point where you're moving off, so you've got your gas on, you've got your biting point quite nice, it's set there. Remember, you've gone 1, 2, 3 and held it. You're about to move off, you have a look round, and as you're looking round, you're the car struggling, and what's happening is your left foot is either slipping off because there's a spring pushing you, or your gas is coming off. So you've got to hold them feet still. You've got to freeze your feet. Think like freeze them feet still. So your feet are frozen, they're not even moving. You have a look round, you release the handbrake. In theory, the car should move off for you, shouldn't it? Count to 3, count to 2, count to 1, and as the car's picking up speed, all you've got to say is, I just need to increase my gas and lift the clutch together, not one after the other. So together, yeah, together. So like a seesaw, when one goes down, the other one comes up. If you do this, if you go gas and clutch, it'll go rev, jump. Or if you go clutch and gas, by the time you've gone for the gas, it's kangarooed and stalled. So you've got to do them together. So together. So when you got to the point where you've released the handbrake and the car's starting to move, you've got to hold that left foot still, hold your right foot still. 3, 2, 1, and together. Just slowly increase the gas and slowly increase the clutch off. So it's lifting the clutch off, pressing the gas down. And that's what you've got to do. Now, if you've got your gas and biting point and you release the handbrake and nothing happens, at that point, most learners will go jump off and it'll just kangaroo or stall on them. Or it'll just kangaroo down the road and then wonder what's going on. So you've got to not rush things in the first so many lessons. You've got to go gas, biting point, I'm happy where it is, have a look round, check my blind spot, stick a signal on, handbrake off, oh it's not moving, do a little adjustment, thickness of a pound coin, gas and biting point together and hold it still. Oh, it's starting to move, count to 3, don't lift the clutch off, count to 2, count to 1, and then gradually together you gradually increase the gas by pressing it and you gradually lift the clutch by lifting it. So you together, gas and clutch, and then slowly come off. And if you feel like the instructor's saying to you, that's too quick, you've got to go slower. So if you're doing that, it's too quick, you've got to slow it down. Think of it like a feather just floating off into the air to the point where your foot can come off and rest. Okay? Now, if you're slowing down to stop, right, so you're driving along the road and you want to pull up the side of the road and your foot's on the gas, if you just go brake and you're late on the clutch, it's going to possibly stall you, isn't it? So you have to anticipate things again. So if you're pulling over, you check your mirrors, you're signalling, and you're thinking, right, I'm going to pull over up there. So I've already started steering towards a curb. I'm going to lift my gas off and just cover the brake. I'm not pressing it because I don't have to press it hard. And then just anticipate there's a curve, straightening myself up. Before I stop, I've got to be on that clutch fully to the ground so I don't stall. And then gradually increasing your brake. And as the car's stopping, a little less braking, you don't need so much pressure. And then keep your feet still when you stopped, handbrake, neutral, and cancel signal, and then you can rest your feet. So I hope this quick video on the pedals and little things to what people do helps you. If it does, give it a thumbs up, and if you want to see more videos with pedals, let me know. Take care everybody, see you soon.